Greetings everyone. This video is going to show that I care about your concerns and I do listen to you. I said that I would not speak on Kim and Boo's current situation anymore because not only has it become very toxic, but what it is doing is generating a lot of hatred on the internet, and I do not want to be a part of that. When we speak our truth, we try to do so without tongue in cheek. But there's an energy that is associated with this Kim and Boo situation that is going left. Now, on the screen, you can see a commenter, either a viewer or a subscriber to my channel, talking about how hurt she is to see the relationship that she was in. The person that she loved just suddenly decided to walk away. And I told her I'd respond to that, and I'm going to do another part. I'm also responding to the individual who asked me to speak about mediation, and it's from that angle I'm going to speak about the Alicia, Kim, and Boo situation. I saw her post that she made, and it is very disturbing at best. Now, in order for someone to have a successful mediation, and mediation is necessary at times when two organization, two individuals, someone who feels that someone have wronged them and have taken actions, legal actions, to remedy that situation. What is going on with the Boo and the Alicia situation online is nobody's asking for mediation. And when you go with your grievance in front of a body and you are there to say, this person wronged me, and therefore I am seeking some type of benefit, some type of, you know, payment, if I can put that in layman's term, for my pain and suffering. And at the end, some people want monetary compensation, and some people want, an apology or something to be reinstated that was removed. And so mediation comes in where the person who is the mediator has no vested interest. They're listening to both sides of the story or argument, and they're trying to get them to come to a happy compromise. This storytelling online with Alicia coming out and sharing her story, and then he's doing the same thing by sharing his story. But the division between the two camps is so disturbing at best, and it will not end good. My issue is why I've decided not to pick sides is because I don't know these people from anywhere. Okay, when they met and they were in love and living the fairy tale romance, I was not there, but they invited us. And so we became a part of their story. And so when we see things falling apart or we see things that were wrong in the relationship, we could voice our own opinion. And people are divorced. And, now we're inviting, new life into this. And this is where I find it to be disturbing. Now, in terms of Boo telling his story, I will always support someone talking. Talk therapy is great, but I don't think that's going to help him because what I'm seeing with Boo is that he's gathering a group of people to come and attack her, and the brother is gathering a group of people to come and attack him. What benefit is there in this? This is disturbing at best. And this is where mediation comes in before the thing gets ugly. In my past videos, I've had concern about safety for Alicia Kim. And now I'm there again. What she did is certainly not right, but two rights don't make a wrong. Or two wrongs don't make a right. And this is not going very well. I don't see how healing can come from a man who's sharing his experiences, but then you're talking about other people. From the very beginning, Boo is inviting Jade into the story. Now they're bringing other people in the story, other ex-partners. What do they have to do with this? Whatever happened in their past should stay in their past. And if you're going to deal with the matter at hand, you deal with that. Ex-baby mother, wife who probably was betrayed, has no business having her name dragged out here. How embarrassing that would be if she's a private person. Let's say she's going through these things and nobody at her work knows, or the people close to her knows. Not everybody broadcasts their whole life story online, and to have her name being dragged into this thing is just messy and very irritating, if you ask me. The post Alicia has on with individuals, of course, calling her out of her name when people get emotional and angry, this is what they do. But mighty God of Daniel, and a newborn child has nothing to do with this. And boy, you're wrong for telling the current partner that the child might not be his. That is wrong. So when you're trying to call this guy and put that to say that the child might not be his, you're causing problems. And that is not about you anymore. That's an energy, a spirit. That is not very good. And if this is what you're presenting out here, then you're going to have people change their mind about your own healing, because healing cannot come from hatred. That is not love. You started out saying you loved her and you will always love her. How does love convert to that, boo? How? If I can be a mediator, I have to say to you, yes, telling one story is very important, is the start of that process to heal. But the energy that you're moving with isn't correct. And someone needs to tell you. And you're calling out the individuals online or bolstering you to come out here and do this. You're a grown man. You made a choice, a bad choice, and you need to take responsibility for your own action. And for the people who are calling for her to be deported, you're just sick, because at the end of the day, she was with him for 4 or 5 years. And if he brought her to the state, she belongs there. She deserves to be there. None of you want to get into a relationship with somebody and walk away with nothing. And in this case, if this was her prize, she walked away with her prize. And he has to say, you know what, I made a colossal mistake and let me learn from it. Calling the baby daddy to say that do a DNA test, you're being very silly, because at the end of the day, you probably were getting bun with that baby daddy. You think he cares about you? You think he cares about you, that you're going to say, oh, test you? That is not pure and good intention. You're a grown man. You should be saying to the people, listen, let's keep the kid out of this store. This has nothing to do with the kid. And the people are coming out here acting like they care about either party. They don't care. It's about making money, and also about bringing war and not peace. The story early on where I post, where the woman is talking about being heartbroken, you can hear that she loves her partner. You can tell when someone's love is genuine, and when it is about the hurt as opposed the bitterness. I'm going to keep it real in this video. So while he's sharing his story, unless that story is going to lead to him feeling better, every story he shares, he moves past that hurt. It is counterproductive. And I'm not saying he shouldn't speak, because I resent the women who say, shut up and go away. What I'm saying is there's a way that is seem right to some people, but is leading you on a road to destruction. I'm not hearing Boo say anything at all about his own flaws. I'm not hearing him say, you know what, I messed up. You cannot be 100% right in a situation that is 100% wrong. It's not possible. I'm never going to be liked because guess what? I just don't know how to come out here and act like, you know, someone should be perfect or someone is altogether imperfect. We're human beings. We make mistakes. Who makes mistakes? He regrets divorcing Alicia Kim. And the only reason why he divorced her is because he wanted to stop her in her tracks and have her sent home. And it didn't happen. So what? You're going to be bitter and you're going to lose your life. Your health is going to decline because you decide to join forces with individuals who keep you in that low vibration. Telling one story can take years. That's not my issue. I still have stories that I share where I felt hurt. But the bitterness is gone now because I realize that if I allow it to stay with me or abide in my heart, I'm going to be a very ugly person. The individual who do these harmful things to you, they sometimes don't even remember you. They have moved on. They're celebrating their own situation. And when you see them, they're laughing, they're happy, and you're stuck. So I'm not asking him to forgive her and saying do that soon or anytime soon. But I'm saying use your eyes and stop being the devil's advocate and drawing people and asking them to fight the battle of hatred with you. It's not good. And for the individuals who come out with such rage, you must be very close to the story. Otherwise, there's no way you could sound so aggressive. It is scary, people. I'm not enjoying it. In the beginning, it was like a soap opera for me. I was laughing. I was saying, this is good. But it's not good. It's very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. And mediation must take place with someone who, can be indifferent. Not necessarily indifferent, but someone who can be neutral, can listen to the two sides of the story. Remember, only these two people really, really know what went on. We're not in the household to see if she was disrespecting him, and we were not in the household to see what he was doing to her. But they were both doing things to each other. They're not innocent in this. There's only one innocent person in this, and that's the newborn child. Don't like where this is going, guys. It's not good. It is not good. It's ugly. And it's a turn off for me. And I want to support Boo on his journey. And I have flogged Alicia and have called her out on her BS. But mighty God of Daniel, where is this leading? Where is it going? What is he hoping to achieve? What is she hoping to achieve? What are the two camps hoping to achieve at the end of the day? This ugly thing that you both claim that you loved each other at one point. And even if you're angry, when you see strangers coming in and somebody you claim to love, something in you will say, okay, this is my darling. This is the love of my life. And I'm not with her anymore. But I really don't want to see this. So when you're inviting people to continue to drag and do this, where's the end in sight? Talking about your feelings, healing in your own way is great. But if the healing is surrounded by dark energy, it's not a good thing. Not a good thing. Stay blessed, everyone.